X4, Daironex the Questions. The faculty members 4 out of 32. Daironex, the guiding force of the true disciple. Follow your teachers and the teachings of your master. Quote, "Ye cannot serve God and Mammon." Matthew 6:24. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Lao Tzu. End of quotes. After having read and listened to all the questions and answered them, you might come to the conclusion that there is still a lot to learn. And you can learn from these guiding forces by studying them. Go to the playlist of the Magical and/or Sacred Council, the Encyclopedia, or the Museum of Symbols. Do you stay aware of the fact that in order to learn to lead, that you must first learn to follow? Do you know that good teachers come into your life assisting you to bring out that which is already inside of you? Do you know that when you follow teachers, that in order to find out what they represent, you must go the entire scientific adventure to have proof? Do you know that in order to have proof, that you must experience it for yourself? Do you realize that a good teacher is a guide and that you have to follow the guidelines implicitly? Do you know that you have to do your homework about teachers before you accept them and follow them? Do you realize that when you have a spiritual teacher and want to become like that teacher, that you must be walking instead of talking the path? Do you know that there is no need to criticize anybody on any other path, for you must become first the path yourself? Do you realize, being on a spiritual path, that you must be out of the way in order to free the soul within? Do you stay aware of the fact, being on a spiritual path, that it has nothing to do with you, the physical you, the one with a given name? Do you stay aware that a spiritual path starts with going within and one day hopefully reflecting outside as well in all you think, say and do? Do you know that you will be confronted with feeling alone and lonely, directing you to go within to find a companion, something that is always there? Do you realize that at the moment you forget your spiritual teacher and the teachings, that you deny your teacher? Do you stay aware of the fact that as long as the mind is under the dictates of your sense organs and negative passions, that you are the slave of the mind? Do you realize that when you take anything personal, that you have to struggle and deal with it? Do you understand that you have 2 ears and just 1 mouth? So listen more. Do you stay aware of the fact that you don't need to pay for spirituality or any spiritual teacher and teachings? Do you stay aware of the fact that you need a spiritual guide who knows the way, so you do not go astray? Do you know that the company you keep has a great influence on you? Do you realize that when you tune into your spiritual teacher, that everything around you and everything that happens becomes part of the teacher and teachings? Do you realize that when a spiritual teacher invites you on the spiritual path, that you are invited to succeed, but you must put in the time and effort into it? Do you stay aware that your evolution process is first to become a good human being, and parallel being on your involution process to go within? Do you realize that your physical body is a living temple that must be kept in the best condition, for inside lays the potential of soul self-realization and God realization?